Hey everyone, it's Gabriel here, and this is actually a follow-up video from one of my previous videos where I shared how I generated $192 a day passive income with DeFi yield farming. And I've also went through two other ways you can generate passive income through DeFi applications. So if you have not watched that video, you may want to consider watching that first. Okay, I'll put a link somewhere here. And in that video, I briefly went through some of the method without going through the step-by-step. And I've been receiving comments from people asking me to do a tutorial video, especially on how to set up your Metamask account, how do you connect your Metamask account to all the different DeFi applications in order to participate in staking and yield farming. So in this video, I'm going to share with you step by step how to create your Metamask account, how to connect it to Binance Smart Chain, and I'll demonstrate how do you participate in staking and yield farming in order to generate passive income. And I'll be spending a bit of money even on a gas fee just to show you how it's done. Now, once again, please do your own research. DeFi is still considered risky because it is in a very early stage, but I shared in my last video that this is something that I really want to study, and whatever I'm going to buy on the tutorial is not an approval that you should be buying them. Okay, so please do your own research before buying into any altcoins or any other cryptocurrency. These are all high risk stuff. But that being said, this is a space you want to start figuring things out. You know, those people who actually figure out the internet in the early days are all multi-millionaires or even billionaires. And the best way to actually learn is not just by reading a bunch of stuff, but to actually put in a small amount of money like $100 or $200 that you really can afford to lose, and actually play around with it, right? The best way to learn is by doing it. You can read a book to learn how to do push-ups all you want, but the best way to learn how to do it is just to actually do some push-ups. So before I dive right into all the topics that I've just talked about, I really appreciate the early thumbs up for this video because it takes a lot of time for me to do this. And if you're new to this channel, this isn't a crypto channel, nor am I a crypto expert. However, I'm on a journey to achieve absolute financial freedom, and I'm simply sharing my journey with you guys as openly, as transparently as possible. Now, I believe the best way to reach my financial freedom goal is to actually have a twin engine in my income. And so I have a high income from my online business, and I also invest the profits in my business in order to compound and multiply my profits. So I post videos every week on how I built and grew multiple businesses online and what I'm investing right now, as well as productivity hacks in order to get more done with less time or for free. So if you're into that stuff, consider subscribing to this channel. Alright, so let's get right to it. So in order to participate in staking or yield farming in DeFi, you will need a browser wallet, and the most popular one right now is actually Metamask wallet. So what I'm going to go through right now is how do you actually download a Metamask wallet, and then how do you set it up and connect it with Binance Smart Chain. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing you want to do is to go to metamask.io. Now there's a lot of fake URL that's coming up. There's some scams. So you want to make sure that you type in metamask.io. Okay. So this is actually a wallet, a very simple to use wallet that you can install on your browser, right? Either on Chrome or Firefox. Now in this example, I'm going to use Firefox, and then later I'll shift to Chrome because I've already created my account on Chrome, and I want to show you the process. So in order to do that, I have to do it on Firefox. You can use whichever browser you want. Just use the browser, go to this website, and then install, right? The website itself will detect your browser, and it will prompt you to install the right one for your browser. So you don't have to worry about going to which website for which browser. Okay, so because I go to metamask.io, it has detected that I'm using Firefox. So it says install Metamask for Firefox. So just need to click on this button here, and it will bring you to instructions to download as an extension. So once you download it, you will see on the top right hand corner right here. So once you're done with that, right, Metamask will then prompt you to get started, and you just need to click get started. And what happens is that they will ask you whether you are new to Metamask, and this is where you set up a new account if you haven't already. So all you gotta do is click on create wallet, right, and click agree. And then generate your password whatsoever. I'm just going to use a randomly secured password because this is just a test account. And here's something very important. Okay, so once you have created it, every wallet will have some kind of secret backup phase. Okay, and what this does is that if you ever lose your password, or if you lose your desktop or your laptop for any reason, and you want to get back your wallet, the way to get back your wallet is to memorize this bunch of words. And again, this is a test account, so I don't mind showing it to you guys. So once you click here, there'll be a bunch of words here that you will have to save down somewhere safely, so you can get back your account, right? Now, you probably heard of people who have lost their safe password or their secret phrase, and what happens is that they actually lose everything in their wallet, right? So don't be that guy. Make sure you take all this down and write it down somewhere and keep it safe, right? You want to put a few into different location. I do recommend to have a physical one, so I do have it in my, in some place I keep. I'm not going to tell you where, but I have it in a few places, so in case I lose one, I still have another one. But you want to keep this to yourself, because if anybody get hold of these few words, they'll be able to access your account and transfer everything out of your account, and there's no way you can get it back. Okay, now the other thing is this, okay, do not share this with anyone, as well as if you want to put this in your note, right? Because a lot of people like use Evernote, or they like to use, like, if you use an iPhone, you can use Note. If you use Android, you can throw away your Android. So if you put it into a note, please be careful. I have friends who actually told me that someone managed to hack into their Evernote, and then because they hacked into the Evernote, they managed to find out their secret backup code, and then because of that, their account got hacked. So be very careful when it's online, especially when it's cloud. So what you want to do is you want to lock that file with a password. There are ways to do that. You just gotta search online on how to do that. If not, just write it down on a physical paper, put it in your safe deposit box where you can lock, or with a passcode or something like that, right? So this is very important. If you lose this, that's it. Your account is lost. So be very careful with this. Okay. So once you're done, just click next, and it will ask you to confirm your password based on this, right? So you gotta save it down, and then you gotta put it in the right order. So I'm not gonna do this right now because I've already done it, and this is basically a new test account, so I'm not afraid of you guys stealing anything. So I won't be using this at all, so you guys can steal all you want. Okay. So once you have created a MetaMask account, what's gonna happen is that you will have this browser. I'm gonna go back to my Chrome now because I've already created a test account here. And I've already transferred some BNB here just to show you how to play around this, okay? So once it's done, you will have an account that looks something like this on your browser. So you just gotta click on MetaMask, this fox looking icon, and this thing will appear. And what's gonna happen is that this is basically your account's address, which means that when you want to send any kind of coins, any kind of cryptocurrency, you have to send it to this address. Now, the next thing you gotta do is when you create an account, the default net is Ethereum. Now, what you want to do is to connect Binance Smart Chain. Now, I've already done it, but you have to connect it manually. I'm going to show you how it's done. So most of the DeFi platforms are either built on Ethereum network or Binance Smart Chain. Okay, or in short, we call it BSC. So some examples of like network platforms that are built on Ethereum will be like Uniswap, 1inch. 1inch is kind of for both, but it's more for Ethereum. And so basically, just know that there are some DeFi applications that are on Ethereum and some DeFi applications on Binance Smart Chain. Some examples of Binance Smart Chains would be like PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is one example. Bunny, which is what I mentioned previously, is also on Binance Smart Chain. So you gotta understand that there's two different networks. Now, there's some network that connect both, but it's important to understand this too. Now, I do not like to do DeFi on Ethereum right now because you probably have heard Ethereum gas fee is very high. What is gas fee? Basically, when you make any transaction, or let's say when you are trying to stake, or you're trying to farm, or you're trying to do manual compounding, you have to pay this thing called gas fee for every transaction. It's like a transaction fee. And the problem with Ethereum right now is that transaction fee can go from $20 all the way to $70. I've even seen $100 before. My friend told me that at one point it's like $200 just to transfer something at that is worth $200. Doesn't even make sense anymore. So I've tried transferring something at $100 and I have to pay a gas fee of like $30. That's like 30%. So I don't like to do any kind of DeFi right now on Ethereum until they solve the issue. Now, if your amount is huge, right, that's the reason why people are saying that Ethereum is more for institutional investor, because if I have multi-millions of dollars, I don't mind paying that, that gas fee. But if I'm trying to do $100, $200 and I have to pay $20, $30 gas fee, it doesn't make any sense. So I use more of Binance Smart Chain, okay? Because Binance Smart Chain, personally for me, I feel that Binance Smart Chain is a lot faster, and it's definitely a lot cheaper. So sites like PancakeSwap uses Binance Smart Chain. In order for you to use Binance Smart Chain, you have to connect your Metamask wallet to Binance Smart Chain. So I'm going to show you how it's done, okay? So I've already done it, that's why I have Binance here. But what you got to do is to go custom RPC, and then it will ask you for your network name and all this stuff. And then you just got to go to this website. Okay, now this website is basically on Binance. I will put the link in the description. How do you connect? and it will give you step-by-step instructions. But the whole idea is just to copy and paste all these things inside your inside here, right? So you just gotta go to custom RPC, and then you just put network name here, Smart Chain. You can put Binance Smart Chain if you want to, so that it's easier for you to understand. So it's okay. The network name is okay. It's up to how you want to name it. And then what's more important is the URL here. Okay, so you gotta copy this and put it here. Your chain ID 56, and then symbol is BNB, and then the block explorer URL. Just copy and paste everything here. Now the problem with copy and paste is that you might have to tap it up, because the problem is that if I click here and I try to copy and paste and I go back to MetaMask, this thing disappear, and I have to redo the whole thing again, right? So the whole idea is just to put okay, Binance Smart Chain, and then you probably gotta type it out. Okay, so HTTPS / and then you just type whatever that is here. Okay, so the whole idea is just transfer everything here into here, and then once you're done, just click save. And once you click save, okay, you will have an option here. If you put Binance Smart Chain, then you'll be able to see Binance Smart Chain. I just name it Binance, it's easier for me. And now I have a Binance Smart Chain wallet, okay? A Metamask wallet that is connected to Binance Smart Chain. So what's gonna happen now is you need to deposit some BNB, which is basically Binance token, okay? So when you're on Binance Smart Chain, every transaction is done in BNB. When you are doing transaction, when you pay gas fee, you need to have BNB in order to pay gas fee. Now for me, I personally would just put around 0.5, BNB, all the time at least, to, and that is enough for all the transaction for me. But for Ethereum, I usually need about at least $500 to $1,000. So that's one of the reasons why I choose to use Binance Smart Chain instead. So now what I want to do is to transfer some Binance Smart Chain, Binance coin here, and then use the Binance, and then use the BNB to swap for any other coins that I want to stake, or any other coins that I want to do for yield farming. But always remember to always keep about 0.3 or 0.5 BNB for all transaction fee. So which means that if I transfer 1 BNB here, I only can use about 0.5 BNB, because the other 0.5 BNB, I just want to keep it in the wallet to make sure that it pays for any transaction fee, which is gas fee, anytime I need to do any transaction. Does that make sense? So just maintain at least 0.3 to 0.5 BNB. That's for me, my personal preference. And then the remaining, I'm going to use it. So I've already transferred some BNB here, but I'm going to show you how do you get some BNB and how do you transfer it here. So what you want to do is to go to Binance. And basically Binance is one of the, it's actually the largest cryptocurrency exchange right now. And what you want to do is go to Binance, create an account. And if you do not have an account, go and click on the link in the description below. I have a special link that will allow you to get a 10% kickback whenever you buy cryptocurrency on, and get a 10% kickback on your fees. Okay. So if you know someone that has a link, just go ahead and click on your friend's link instead. Okay, I will get some incentive, of course, through disclosure. So once you create a Binance account, you can use any other platform you want, but Binance place is the place that you can buy BNB. So what you can do, so for me, because I don't like to use Binance to deposit money, I only have a certain limit of how much I can deposit. So I actually use another platform called CoinHako. And that's more for Singapore, so I can transfer and I buy Bitcoin there, and then I deposit the Bitcoin into my Binance account. So it's a bit of work to do. But you can just simply, if you're not buying a lot, you can just simply buy crypto directly here. Okay, so what you want to do is to buy crypto, right? And you can nowadays you can buy it so much easier nowadays. You can buy it with bank deposit, credit card, debit card, and all kinds of different payments. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through and show it to you. Okay, so if you are buying, you can straight away buy BNB right away. Okay, or you can buy you can buy BNB. Or for me, I like to deposit Bitcoin for my CoinHako over here, and then I will swap to BNB. So if you are buying, you can just buy BNB right away. So let's say if you are buying, if you want to invest $200, you can just $200 you receive 0.5 BNB, because 1 BNB is about $400 as of time of this recording. Okay, so then you click continue, and then you pay your MasterCard whatsoever. So so I'm just going to buy 1 BNB. Okay, continue, and then I'll just go ahead and do it. Right. So the other way is that if you have other wallet, so for me I have CoinHako, so I go to wallet here, and then I click deposit crypto instead of cash, and then I just simply deposit my Bitcoin here. So this is the address. I just copy this address, and then I go to my CoinHako wallet or my hard wallet, and then I send Bitcoin, and I send it to this address. It's as simple as that. Okay, so usually it will take about 5 to 10 minutes before the Bitcoin arrive. And once my Bitcoin arrive here, I can go to I think it was market. Oh, sorry, I think it's go to trade, convert, and then I can convert my Bitcoin into BNB. Right? So the whole idea is to invest what you are willing to lose, right? Whatever percentage. But I've already done one, so I've already bought one BNB just for this tutorial purpose. So whichever way you want, okay? So you pay by credit card or cash, or you can use your crypto from your other wallet, transfer here, and then swap it to BNB. Now, once you swap it to BNB, that's where you can withdraw it into your Metamask wallet. So in order for you to withdraw your money out into your Metamask wallet, just go to Overview. Okay, and then what you want to do is click on the on this withdraw, and then you can withdraw your BNB. Right now, I don't have BNB here. That's the reason why I don't see it. But if I have BNB, you'll be able to see right away. If not, you can just search for it. Okay, so BNB, and then you can enter your address. So what is this address? So go to your Metamask wallet again, and then remember here, right? This is the test. Now make sure it's on Binance. Okay, make sure it's not on Ethereum, on Binance. Click on this, it will copy, and then you can paste your address here. Now again, this is a test account. Okay, this is a test account. But what's gonna happen is that once you click the address here, this thing will automatically appear, and it says Binance Smart Chain. Make sure it's on BSC, not on any other thing. All right. So now they don't allow you to do it, but in the past, you have to click manually, and if you choose the wrong one, your coin will disappear. It's so much easier nowadays. So then click on one BNB that you want to withdraw, and then just click on withdraw. And what's going to happen is that you need to do some verification, and then Binance will then send your BNB into your Metamask wallet. And when it's sent in here, you will see BNB here. Got it? Simple as that. Okay. So once you have transferred one BNB, you will see one BNB here, and then you can connect your Metamask wallet into any DeFi platforms that is on Binance Smart Chain and do whatever you want, which is staking and yield farming. Alright guys, so once you have some BNB in your Metamask wallet, this is where you can start to exchange your BNB for some tokens that you want to stake, or some tokens that you want to do yield farming. Now once again, if you don't know what is staking and yield farming, you can go ahead and I'll put a link to my previous video somewhere on how I generated $192 a day on passive income. Now of course, an update from my previous video, Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency has crashed by more than 50%. So I'm no longer getting about $200 a day, but I'm still getting about $100 a day. That's still not bad, right? Consider everything has crashed. So of course it goes up and down, right? Depending on depending on of course the price of the cryptocurrency, so on and so forth. But once again, the whole idea is that you can either now do staking or you can do yield farming. So what I'm going to do right now is to show you staking first. So in order to stake, just go to pools. Pool is for staking, farm is for yield farming. Okay. So when you go to pools, you will find a bunch of coins here that you can stake. Okay. Now once again, staking and yield farming is slightly different. Okay, I've explained that in my previous video. So for staking, it's very easy. Now here are a bunch of coins that you can stake, and you can even see the yearly amount that you can earn. Okay, and by the way, this yearly amount, okay, is not to be confused with. Okay, let me just see this. Okay, so this yearly amount, right, is there's a difference between APY and APR. So APY is basically if you manually compile it every single day, because the payout is done every single day. So if you were to take that every day, withdraw that every day, and then stake it back in, you will have a higher percentage. So APR is if you don't do manual staking every day, right? So that's 91%. But if you take a look, 91%, if I click here, okay, it is actually about 0.25% a day. But if I manually stake it every day, it will be about 149% a year. Okay, that's pretty insane, right? But again, this is in a very early stage right now, and of course, once again, some of the coin can go to nothing. So do your own research. I'm not saying what you can buy or what you cannot buy. Okay, so you can even sort it by APR, which is the highest. So if you look at here right now, there's all the 90%. But there's one that has automatic restaking, which means everything is you have to do it manually, which means that it's 91%. If I manually restake, it'll be 149%. But there's actually automatic kick restaking, which means that it will do the automatic restaking every day for you. Okay, but there is a short lock-in period. So how do you stake kick? Very simple, right? You need to unlock wallet. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to click here, I'm going to unlock wallet, and then I need to connect my wallet. Okay, so if your Binance is already is on Binance Smart Chain, it will just connect automatically. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So now I'm connected. I have 1 BNB, and I want to enable this staking. Okay, so once I click enable, I have to pay a small little gas fee, which is what I just did just now, and this will be enabled in a while. Okay, so this will appear, contract enabled. You can now stake in the cake vault. And then as you can see, I have just spent a small amount of BNB. It's not a lot, it's just a couple of cents. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Every transaction, every unlocking of account, you need to pay some gas fee. And on Ethereum right now, it's crazy. It's even higher than that, right? It's not a few cents. It's like 10, 20, sometimes even $50. So now I can stake cake, but I have no cake, right? I only have BNB. So I need to start staking cake. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to trade, exchange. So this is where you can swap your token for any token that you want to stake. So in this example, I'm gonna stake some cake, okay, just to show you how it's done. So once I go to exchange, all right, and my account is connected, okay, my BNB will start to appear here. Just gonna give it a while before it loads. Okay, so now I have 0.999777, right, because I just paid a small amount of gas fee just for you guys to learn, okay? So please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It will really help me a lot. So I'm gonna just convert 0.5 BNB, which costs about $200 right now, into cake. Okay, so I'm actually spending money right now just to show you how it is done. So I'm gonna swap I'm gonna swap BNB into cake. Okay, 0.5 into cake. So that's about 10 cake, because 1 cake right now is about $18. Okay, all right. So 0.5 BNB is about 10 cake. Okay, so I'm gonna swap it. Okay, make sure my slippage is about 0.1. Yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna put 1%. Okay, so make sure your slippage is around at least 1%. I had too much because I was doing something else previously. But anyway, so I'm gonna click swap, and then as you can see, 0.5. I'm gonna swap to 10K. Okay, accept the price, and then I'm gonna swap, right? And when I click swap, I have to pay a gas fee. All right, I have to pay about 0.0008 BNB, which amounts to about 50 cents. This is the reason why I say you need to keep some BNB in your Metamask wallet. You cannot transfer everything, okay? So confirm, and then it will swap, okay? Now, once you have added, what happened is that you will prompt you to add cake to Metamask. Just add this, okay? Add a token into your Metamask wallet so that you can actually track the transaction here. Can you see that? So it's done, right? Binance Smart Chain is really fast. On Ethereum, I don't know how long this is gonna take. Sometimes for Ethereum, I can wait for 5 to 10 minutes before anything is reflected. So see how fast this is. So now I have swapped at least 0.5 BNB to 10K, right? So now I have 10K, and what I can do now is I can now go back to pool, and I can now stake. So it's very simple. So I can stake in my auto kick staking. Now I'm not going to stake anything because once I stake, I can't withdraw it within 72 hours. So maybe I can do the manual staking just to show you how it's done. So I enable, I have to pay another gas fee again. Okay, so because the manual one and the auto is different. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for this to be enabled. And once this is done, I'm going to stick my kick in there just to show you how it's done, okay?
A few moments later.
All right, so this is done right now. Now I can stick my kick, and then you ask me how many kicks I want. Okay, so I can just type either 10 kick or I can just put max and then confirm. All right, so I have to pay gas fee. Again, this is the reason why you need some BNB in your account. So confirm. And now I have staked 10.2 kick in my stake once this is confirmed. Awesome. Okay, so this is done. Your cake fund has been staked in the pool. Now 10.2 cake has been staked. And what's going to happen is that every day it will provide me about 0.23% return. And then this will actually show up here, right? So it will start to show me how much cake I've staked. And then I can just click collect and then manually stake it back. Okay, so to manually stake it back, I can just click plus and I can just put more cake in, or I can just deduct from here. Or you can just put auto staking, right? Now, only auto staking is only available for cake tokens. Any other tokens doesn't have auto staking, okay? So, yeah, can you see I just earned 0.0001 cake, which is, I think it's just a few cents, 0.few cents. But the whole point is that it's making passive income right now, okay? So if you want to withdraw it, just click here, just click the minus, withdraw the tokens, confirm it. All right, and then pay some gas fee. Again, every transaction you have to pay gas fee. and then you withdraw your kick. Okay, so I've just paid some gas fees, not a lot of money, just to show you how it's done. Okay, now automatic restaking, you can stake it, but there is a 72-hour withdrawal penalty. So unless you're putting for at least 72 hours, don't put it in, which is the reason why I'm not, because I just want to show you how it's done. Okay, so but I would recommend you to put auto restaking. You just don't have to care about it for the next for the next 1 year if you're holding for long term. Now the next one is farming. Okay, so now that I have some kickback, I'm gonna swap my kick for some tokens for farming, just to show you how it's done. So for farming, it's a bit different. So farming, you will need 2 different coins. So as you can see, there's pair. Okay, there's different kinds of pair. There's kick and BNB, BUSD, BNB, ATA, BNB. So the whole idea is that in order to stake, in order to yield farm and add into their liquidity pool, what you need is like 50% of different coins. So if it's kick, that means you need 50% worth of kick, 50% worth of BNB, and we're talking about value. So that means if I put $200 worth of kick, I need to have $200 worth of BNB. Does it make sense? So that's total of $400. So in this example, since I have kick and I have BNB, I'm going to use this example, but of course this is not the highest return. Again, this is APR, which means that this is without the manual restaking, but if you restake every single day, this will be $79. And of course, I mentioned in my previous video, if you just sort it by APR, some of them is like 3000%. Now, of course, this will start dropping after a while. This is probably a new pool that was added. But you can find pretty decent ones. You can find 293%, 279%. Again, these are APR, which means that this is without manual restaking. So if you click on here, it will show you if you manually restake every single day, it can get up to 1700%. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Okay, now of course, all these numbers tend to fluctuate. So don't take it as it is that this will be the case for one whole year. The numbers is subjected to to fluctuate here and there. So for this example, since I have kick and BNB, I'm just going to show you how I'm going to stake it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to stake. I'm just going to stake 5 kicks, and that will be about 0.25 BNB, because I can't stake everything. Again, I need to have some BNB left in order for me to pay gas fee, so I cannot stake everything. So I'm just going to stake about 5 kick and about 2.5 BNB. And how you do it, again, is very simple. Click on details and then enable the farm. And again, you got to pay gas fee. So there's 13 cents. And once it's enabled, I'll be able to put kick and BNB into this thing called LP, which is, into this thing called LP tokens. Okay, it's called liquidity pool tokens. And how I do that is by staking. And then it will say no token to stake, you need to get kick dash BNB LP, which is liquidity pool tokens. So I'm just gonna click on here, Pancake Swap, and make it easy. And then it will bring you to either, instead of swap, is liquidity. So I need to add liquidity in order to get the tokens. So to do that, I just need to put 5 kick. And once I put 5 kick, can you see that? It will automatically, because I need to put 50%, so 5 kick is worth about, 5k is worth about $100 right now, so that means 0.24 BNB is about $100. Okay, so I put 5, it will automatically calculate for you, right? So in order to do this, you need to make sure you have 0.24 BNB and then 5k. So in this case, I have it. Okay, so whatever token you want to add to the liquidity, make sure you have 50% and 50%. So once this is done, I just need to approve kick. Again, gas fee. Okay, so by now I have paid like at least like maybe $1 or so in gas fee. Yeah, maybe about $1, yeah. Okay, so I've approved cake and it's gonna take a while.
One eternity later.
Okay, so this is done. And then now you have this thing called supply, right? So 0.24 BNB, I'm gonna supply. Once you click supply, it will say you receive 1 LP tokens. So the LP token is basically, a combination of BNB and cake. So I'm gonna confirm supply. And again, pay gas fee. This is about 24 cents right now. All right, and then I can add the cake and the cake LP into my Metamask so that I can keep track of this. So if I go to my Metamask right now, I will have, I still have the cake here. This is the LP token. It hasn't been transferred yet, so just give it a while. It will change. All right, can you see that? Okay, now I have transferred 0.24 BNB and 5 cake into 1 cake LP. So this thing is worth $200 because I have $100 in cake and $100 BNB. So what I'm gonna do is go back to my farm and then stake not stake, sorry. I'm gonna start farming by, I'm staking the LP right now, okay? So I'm still trying to get used to all the terms. So I apologize, if some of you are saying my terms are wrong whatsoever. I'm still learning, okay? So again, I have 1.08 LP. So I'm just going to click max and then confirm. And again, gas fee, okay? So can you imagine, like if you're doing this on Ethereum, the amount of gas fee you're paying is crazy. All right, but for BNB, it's really cheap. Okay, on Binance Smart Chain, it's really cheap. Okay, it's a lot faster as well. Okay, so once it's gonna take a while, but once this is done, it'll be added here. All right, so that's it. Now I've staked $100 of cake and $100 of BNB, and into the liquidity pool, and this is how I do yield farming. Okay, so generally yield farming has a higher return. Okay, but again, there is also some risk. You can watch my previous video to learn more about it. Okay, so once this is done, right, this is where you start to earn cake, and cake is basically the token that you'll be earning, and then you can swap your cake into any other coins you want. And if you want to swap it to USD, right, because you don't want a fluctuation, you can just swap it into USDT. Right, that's one of the stable coin. So what's gonna happen right now is that, same thing, right? This is gonna be 0.15% a day, and then what's gonna happen is that it's gonna start to appear like 0.0 how many kicks, just like how I show you in the pools just now. And then what you can do is you can harvest it every single day, and again, you have to pay gas fee if you harvest. I have nothing to harvest right now. So once you harvest, then you can swap that cake into cake and BNB again, and then you can add more tokens. So that's how you do manual compounding every single day, and that will give you up to 79%. But again, I'm using cake and BNB as an example. But if you use any other different coins, you can even get up to a few 100%. And if you do that every single day, you can get up to 1,000%. But again, everything is risky, so please do your own research. So that's it. I hope that this is of good value, and hopefully you get some clarity out of it exactly on what to do when you're setting up your Metamask, and how do you actually use DeFi to generate passive income. And if you do find this video valuable, please remember to hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and please consider subscribing to my channel. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions, and I'll be answering them as soon as I can. So that's all I have for you today. Bye for now.